What do you think of when I say the word silhouette? Most people probably think of that shadowy figure, an outline of something that gives you just barely enough information to understand what it is. But me, I hear it and think of the worst character design strategy I've ever subjected myself to. I've already talked about what I consider to be my strengths when it comes to design, but that list was short and uninteresting. I mean, everyone and their mother has heard of shape language. What I want to focus on now is all of the techniques I'm not good at, starting with silhouettes. If you somehow manage to go your whole life without knowing what a silhouette is, let me break it down in art terms. A character's silhouette is their most defining feature. If I were to show you a lineup of, say, SpongeBob, Hatsune Miku, and Superman, and shaded them all black so you could only see their shapes, you'd be able to tell who's who pretty quickly, right? That's the main idea. A strong silhouette means a more easily identifiable character, which means a more memorable design. But how do you incorporate this into your work, wonder, I hear you ask? And really, I'm empty-handed again. I told you this is really just an exploration for me. I'm no expert. I've seen it done a few ways. I know of artists who've started with their silhouette, drawing countless versions of the same black blob before even getting into what the design actually looks like. I've also seen artists who go in after the fact. Once they have a design that they're happy with, they'll tweak it here and there so that the overall shape is clean and easy to read. Now, I don't really think there's a right way to do all that. I think it all just comes down to personal preference and workflow. But I do think it is a good idea to practice both at least a few times. Even if I find thinking about the whole instead of the parts a bit complicated, I've found that it can lead to more coherent pieces altogether. Don't feel compelled to do what I'm saying. I'm also an amateur at this, so I know I might not have all my cards right, but I don't think it could hurt to expand our horizons as creatives. So, if you want to watch an amateur comic artist and writer try and make something of their hodgepodge ideas, maybe drop me a follow. My words sometimes make sense.